we're back here with some grown folk talk. Danae and Zoe. So, do you love Danae? No.
I do. I love who Danae is becoming.
You love who Danae is becoming?
Yes.
Okay.
So, when I was younger, I thought I knew who Danae was.
Right.
I had arrived. And because I had a daughter young, I was a woman.
You were a grown folk.
I was grown.
Yes.
So, and I think what smart is to me now is recognizing that I haven't arrived.
Okay.
And I'm constantly growing and
you're still on the journey.
I'm still on a journey and recognizing that, when I was younger, I thought it was the world.
Right.
Like the world is wrong. The world has the wrong idea about me. My mom and daddy, sister, cousin, brother, it's their fault.
Right.
But now I'm getting to a place where I've learned to take accountability. So while I can change how this person acts, I can change how I feel about it.
And how you respond to
how
them.
I respond to it. I can, navigate my life in a way where it's not causing me stress.
Accountability, as you said.
Taking accountability
That's right.
for my own actions.
Right.
So I like who I'm growing to be. And I think that's what being smart is, recognizing that I probably will make some mistakes.
I hope you do.
I hope I do
you'll
too.
learn.
But I'm learning and I'm growing and I'm not living in my mistakes. And that's what being smart is to me.
Not living in them, not just repeating them, but not living in your mistakes, not wearing them, not having that be who you identify as.
Right, and I don't want to make the same mistakes. I'm not making the same mistakes.
No.
I'm okay with making new mistakes and learning new lessons.
Yes.
But I'm not making the same mistakes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So Zoe, do you love Zoe?
I love Zoe. It has taken.
You love Zoe who she is now?
I love Zoe who I am right now.
Good.
It's because I know how much it's taken me to get to this Zoe.
Yes.
So that's why I love myself so much. Can I love myself more? Of course.
Absolutely.
But I have been through so much to get her that it's nothing but self-love at this point for me. And I think that it's very important. My mom always told me from when I was a little girl, when I used to come home and I used to be upset that my friends don't speak to me and stuff like that. She used to always tell me,
that's been since my day and before.
She used to say, life's a movie theater, Zoe. Just look at it as that. Who are you going to give your front seat? Who's going to be in the middle? And who's going to be at the back?
Your mom
My
is
mom
brilliant.
has told me that from when I was a young girl, and I have literally taken that through my whole entire life, and I still do. And that's how it helped me become a better person,
Oh, my.
I have a lot of people that's hit the exit. I have a lot of people that's waiting outside.
A lot of people who have hit the exit.
But I have a lot of people that's in the front row.
But people are in the front row.
People are
some
in the front row.
Some
are in the middle, some at the back. But
back in my day, when we were movies, you had the balcony.
Some
people sat up in the balcony.
Some sat at the door.
Right, you sat in the balcony.
But I do have some great people in the front who's helped me become me. The movie theater is my life.
Yes.
And I who I've given a front seat to are very much deserving of it at this point in my life where I am now.
And you made the choice to give them. They didn't just show up in the front seat.
No, they earned the front row.
They earned the front row.
Danae is definitely up the front.
VIP. Is Danae up the front?
Danae is in the front. That's my sister, definitely. But
Danae is in the front row, and so clever people, smart people, people who have your back.
Exactly. People who want to see a great movie.
Yes.
People
who want to see
they want
a
to see a great
movie.
They want to see a happy
Starring
ending.
Zoe.
They want the happy ending. Those who have the front row, and that's helped me become a better me. So I love who I am now because the people in the front row are the people that should be there, and that's helped me become me. So I always say that.
And circumstances change, the
of
front
course.
row is not guaranteed.
And my movie's still playing until it closes, until curtain call. It's still happening.
Oh, we can retweet that.
The movie's
I don't even have Twitter. I don't even know how to tweet. Whatever it is.
No,
I don't know.
It's still curtain call. It's still happening.
Oh, my goodness.
I mean, the front row may not necessarily be the front, but they're right now.
Right,
and I think they're pretty solid. So that's why I love who I am now, because it's taken me so much to get to this point. It's taken me a lot to get her, and it's been friends. And we talk about relationships, and I think being smart is knowing who your friends are and why they're there.
Yes, indeed.
As millennials, I think we get very confused with our drinking partners and our life partners. people that we can go out with, and
people
that
confused with our
drinking partners and our life partners. I would say Danae
and the two shall never mix.
They can mix, but they might not necessarily be in the same category. Like me and Danae are life partners. This is somebody I can fall out with, call the next day, and we just carry on.
Right.
I have drinking partners where I socialize and we go out and we have fun, but it's very surfaced,
Okay, I got you. Yes.
And those friends are okay.
They're fine.
But they're not necessarily going to want to see a happy ending and your curtain call, So it just takes, you have to kind of figure that out.
They're not giving you a standing ovation.
They may not be. So you got to kind of get that under control as well. So being smart is just defining relationships in your life and just knowing how far to take them and how deep you should go. Reasons and seasons. That's a good one. I like that. Reasons and seasons. Yeah.
And you all know this.
Yes. We do.
Because you made a decision, and you know, sometimes decisions come as a result of being, okay, I'm had enough of this, or I'm fed up, or this doesn't feel good, or that hurts, or whatever it is. So but we must at some point come to the point in our lives where we say, I deserve better, or I want better, or I need better, or whatever the better requirement is.
Yeah, exactly.
Then we have to determine that. Better doesn't happen by chance.
Exactly.
It happens in our intentional behavior and actions and decisions.
And because, you asked, like, do I love myself?
Yes.
Of course, but, you want to think that you can love yourself on your own, but it takes so many people around you to kind of build that village. Right. And it's my friends, my family.
It's that healthy validation.
Of course.
We don't have to have validation,
but it's always
in order to be valued and valid. But it does help, doesn't it?
It's a support system. Right?
Yes,
support.
That's right.
You do want to achieve self-sufficiency in the sense of being able to lift yourself up, but you do have to lean on other people sometimes as a resource.
Even at my age.
Yes.
I still, still have to lean on people, still have to look for people to support, because sometimes we will self-doubt, and it doesn't necessarily go against self-love. It's just sometimes doubt will creep in, or maybe it's time for a change, or maybe this season is over, or this reason is not good, or whatever the case is. And so we have to have these solid people, our front row people. Front row people in our lives, in our movie. I love that. Oh, I'm going to be posting about that tonight. I will be, yes. Yeah. So where from now? Where do we go from here with, like, if I am watching this movie of your lives, what's next? And when I say that, I'm not talking about next job or anything like that. Like, what's the journey? What's going to happen next in the journey, both of you?
I think I can't speak for Danae, but us as a pair, I want to say, I think being an advocate for our age group.
Yes.
I think not even necessarily saying on this island, but in the world, period, millennials are so misunderstood. We have so much to give. We have so much knowledge, so much talent.
Yeah.
And I just think that we just want to manifest that. We just want to spread it as much as we can.
Let me say this, Zoe. I think millennials got a bad rap.
Yeah.
And I'm guilty of it. And I don't know if Danae remembers this. So when we worked together, there will be times when, I would ask Danae to do something, and then she would be on her phone. I'm like, okay, what's really going on? But she was doing what I asked her on the phone, because that's what millennials do.
Yeah.
They
resourceful.
Technical. On your phone.
Yeah,
technical.
We like
that's it. But if I needed something done, anything technical, anything, I think social media was just starting, like as we have it today, right? Not like Facebook's been around for a while, but I think we were past BBA. We might have been WhatsApp. We were WhatsApp. I think you put me on WhatsApp. I'm pretty sure you did. And so I could have been stuck in the whole, she's always on her phone, but that's what you do now. And so sometimes, as I said, millennials got a bad rap. Now, sometimes they will bring the bad rap on themselves.
I agree.
Right?
I agree.
But if we just opened our minds and had a conversation with millennials, we'd be very surprised, because you all are a brilliant generation of people. I mean, all the technology that's around now, and you all have it figured out. I just started posting statuses like 3 weeks ago. I didn't know what statuses were. And a millennial on my job taught me. about posting statuses. So I'm saying all that to get to a point that aside, the millennial stuff aside, you all could be part of my generation in the knowledge that you have and in your brilliance. You could be a part of that. I mean, you just, for me, I feel you get it. Yeah. You're getting life. You've gotten some aspects of it down, and I think you're very clear in where you've been, where you are now, and where you're headed. We haven't talked too much about where you're headed, but I think you're very clear.
Yeah. Can I also say, you having a platform like this to allow us to come on and even talk about us and our journeys and where we are at life, at our time of life, being millennials, is pretty cool as well.
Oh, good.
We don't really get these type of opportunities unless we create them for ourselves.
Right.
And I think that's where we're trying to break the mill, Danae and I, in like, hey, we got a lot to say.
And
just
somebody
invite
should
us.
be listening.
Just let us talk.
Right.
We can talk something good too.
And I will say I was surprised because I put a call out for guests, and Danae came and said, oh, I'd like to come on, me and my friend Zoe. So I'm like, oh, yes. Automatically, because I already knew her brilliance, and I was just surprised that I didn't ask you to come on, right? You said, because I would have been surprised that she would have agreed to it. But then, with that being said, you all host a whole podcast.
Yeah.
So tell us about that.
So our podcast, True Space, TRU, stands for The Real You.
The Real You, TRU. Love it.
Yeah, so we just want to have a space for millennials and even Generation X, maybe not baby boomers, but older generations.
That's me, baby boomer.
But where people can come and we can break that stereotype, and we know that millennials do have something to offer, and we can have conversations with people that are younger than us, people that are older than us. I mean, my aunt listens religiously. We're on a little hiatus right now, but people are asking like, hey, when you guys gonna do your next episode? What's going on? So we are looking to relaunch. We just had, I just had the baby. Right. And they had some things going on. So we just want to create a positive space for millennials and people to understand millennials. And we talk about politics, we talk about drugs and addictions, mental health, sex, relationships. We talk about
all of that,
everything. Yes. So it's no end to what we talk about. We would like to have you on the show.
I would love to do that. I accept. I would love to.
So it's one thing. It's one thing to be a millennial, but it's another to be someone who's more wiser, like yourself, and be willing to have younger people in your space and learn from younger people just as much as we can learn from you. So that's what True Space is all about. Just two friends hanging out, talking, having real conversations about ourselves, about our community, about
things that are trending.
Everything. Trending, social media.
So how does one access the podcast?
You can find us. We have Instagram and Facebook, as well as Twitter, and our handles are True Space BDA. That's TRU Space BDA. Okay. You can find us on there, but to listen to any episode right now, we're just on SoundCloud, but it's True Space BDA on SoundCloud, and you can listen. We have a playlist with all our episodes. You can take a listen and pick what you want. Also, my cousin, our producer Lara Smith, she helps us out a lot. We couldn't do it without her. So she's great. She comes in some episodes. Millennial? She's a Yes, she is another millennial. Lara Robinson. Sorry, she's fucking that girl. How did you think? She's another millennial, and she's a key factor of True Space and how it survives as well. So we all just chat up and try to get those taboo topics and get them out there and talked about, because
you all are a lot bolder than we were in my day back. Like if I were when I was your age, like we couldn't talk.
My mom says
stuff.
that a lot too. My mom's always like, that would have been something we just keep at him, girl.
Right,
that's how she is.
Yeah, but I think it makes everyone smarter.
Yes, it does, and that's what I was going to say.
Access to this information.
That's right. That we didn't have. Right.
So if you're at home listening and you're probably like, oh, somebody else is going through that too.
That's key for me. When people say I can relate, then you're helping somebody. Yeah. Any parting words? you smart young women.
Stay true. That's what we always say.
I just want to say thank you again to having us on. This has been an amazing opportunity for me.
For me as well.
We're not used to being in front of cameras. We are just mics and audio.
I know,
So we're never doled up and in front.
You wouldn't have known. You wouldn't have known.
So
yes,
this has
you
been
were
a
made
great
for this.
experience for me. I do want to thank you for that.
It's
Thank
my
you.
pleasure. And we're just meeting today, Zoe, and
I
I
know.
feel like I'm your auntie.
Oh, I should have said me.
Yes. Yeah.
But
some smart. Go ahead.
I also want to say to young millennial women out there that it's okay to not be okay.
It's okay to not
I just want to leave
be
you with that.
okay. It's okay to not be okay.
You know.
Oh,
That's
I
okay.
love it. Zoe and Danae, thank you so much for the privilege and the honor of having you come on and talk today. I have learned a lot, and I look forward to speaking and sharing speaking to you and sharing some more time with you.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. What's it? Stay true.
Stay true.
Stay true.
Stay true. Oh my gosh. Thank you. What a wonderful experience and opportunity with these amazing, smart young women. And so we look forward to having them come back. And I thank you for joining me here today on Grow Folk Talk. I look forward to speaking to you again very soon. So come back and grow with me.